Komi Can't Communicate Season 2, Episode 1 is for sure a treat and a delight to be back in the spring season of 2022. It really does honestly feel like a direct continuation. It feels like we just pick up exactly where we left off on Season 1, and it kind of feels like no time has passed. We're back with Komi, we're back with Tadano, we're back with 𝐜𝐴𝐽𝐽, we're back with all the antics and everything that occurred during Season 1. And the episode starts off in a couple of different intervals, right? So the one thing that I've always loved about Komi is we get these little self-contained stories that are like, I guess they're like, you can call them like chapters within the episode. So we definitely have like 2 to 4 arcs or chapters within each episode that covers like scene, and then scene, right? And that's kind of really how Komi Can't Communicate has typically operated. And I definitely really appreciate that because each one is like a bite-sized story, right? It involves Komi getting ice cream, involves Komi getting ramen or doing homework. Whatever it is, there's always these little bite-sized things that occur. So with this episode, right, we have the first piece, which is like Komi and Tadano returning to school, and Komi getting prepared for that, and then meeting up with 𝐜𝐴𝐽𝐽, and 𝐜𝐴𝐽𝐽 basically going and saying, okay, you're going to go sign all your friends into a notebook so we can kind of see on how you're progressing towards your 100-friend march, right? And we have 𝐜𝐴𝐽𝐽 being very disappointed because she only has like 13 friends, so she's like 87. I think the number was 87, so she needs like, a lot. She needs 87 more, right? Because she only has 13 friends in the book so far. But Komi did take the initiative and go find everybody that she has associated with so far. So I was like, okay, that was really cute. Then the next arc was about the delinquent. Oh my god, the delinquent arc was freaking awesome. Well, let me not focus on that. I'll talk about that in a second. So you have the delinquent arc. Then we have everybody goes and studies for the winter exams at my eye is trembling girl. I don't remember what her name is. There's so many names to remember, but we have they have the 𝐶hinibyo girl. So they all go to study there, and then they have there's this competition between who's Komi's best friend. 𝐜𝐴𝐽𝐽 ends up winning that, even though that the two of them, crazy ass girl and 𝐶hinibyo girl are fighting. So we have that, and then it finishes off with the actual winter exams, and Tadano and Komi really share a really cute moment where Tadano's looking out for Komi because of the stuff that happened with their pencil during the test. Then you have Komi looking out for Tadano because homeboy forgot his eraser, right? So, and then he has his special heirloom now, which is the eraser that he got from Komi. So really cute. 4 different sections that the anime was separated into. And really, really cute and awesome. Now, what I will say, and the one thing that I always loved about Komi is it definitely does make a bad day better. Like right now, I'm extremely sick and I'm under the weather. And even then, it made me smile. A million, smile. It made me smile and it made me laugh. And it made my morning better. And that's always appreciated when it comes to Komi is the laughs and the smiles and the things that the anime provides, which is something special, and it's definitely unique to Komi because not a lot of anime can do that. You know what I mean? Like not a lot of anime are going for that, but when it is going for it and it achieves it, it means it's something special. And I always really have thought that Komi really is something pretty special, especially because it's tackling this. I don't know if you want to call it disorder, but it's tackling a situation to where somebody is really struggling with a specific ability, which is just communication, right? And it tells a story about her trying to overcome that and then trying to obtain this really unobtainable goal of 100 friends, right? And this episode, we add one more to that list, which is the Delinquent Dude. And that was probably my favorite part of the episode because you have this guy who missed a bunch of school, and he missed it because he got a cold, and he was down and out for about a week, but he ended up skipping like 6 weeks to 12 weeks of school because he could just never work up the courage because he initially missed that first week or two. And when he felt better, he was like, I have to like build myself up to go back to school because like now I'm the odd man out. And what does this dude end up doing? Well, he ends up working out and doing sit-ups and lifting. He changes his hair color. And during this time, his voice changes, so he gets a lot deeper. You know, he goes from "hello guys" to like "hello guys," but in his head, he's still like "hey, hey, hey." So he finally shows up there, and his whole arc was just freaking. I laughed so much because the way he hears himself and who he is in his head versus who he is now as a person. He got banned because he effed himself up. Like he breathes like. You know, and like little smoke comes out, and like his inner personality and his outer personality do not match, and I love it. And eventually, you know, Tadano breaks down that barrier, and he gets his first friend in Tadano, and he realizes Komi's awesome and all this other stuff, and it was just so good. It was just so good. Such a good introductory back into Komi Can't Communicate, and man, that dude really, like, I laughed my ass off during that whole section of the episode. Like, I thought that was so freaking hilarious. Just that dude's inner monologue versus, like, this brutish dude that he really is. But that really isn't who he is. It's just kind of how he comes off. Like, oh my God, so good. The rest of the episode, I thought was pretty par for the course. I loved the moment. The fighting, the banter between like the video games and you know, who's the best friend and stuff. I thought that was fine. But I really loved the end where Tadano and Komi continue to migrate and grow closer to each other. And I love that they are both equally getting embarrassed now. You know, when they share these moments, and I really love that quite a bit. And I hope that as season 2 or core 2, I think they're calling it season 2, which they really shouldn't. It should just be core 2, but whatever. Season 2, you know, I hope that they continue to kind of like grow closer and closer, and I hope that they finally, like, I really need to see these two go on a date. Like, they need to go and spend time together, whether it's, you know, the fair or a festival or a, I don't know, coffee. Just they need to go on a date, just them alone. So hopefully we get to that point this season and get to them growing their relationship. But regardless, awesome that we're back into season 2. Awesome that Komi Can't Communicate is back, and awesome that we're back into these very funny and engaging stories. Very excited for Komi Can't Communicate episode 1 to be back. And for those, I can see some of y'all in the comments already, so I'm going to tell you guys, Komi Can't Communicate won't legally be on Netflix until April 27th. If you want to find Komi Can't Communicate season 2 episode 1, you just have to do some work on Google. So I don't want to see y'all in the comments. Where'd you find it? Link it. Ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna link it. All you gotta do is a little legwork, and you can find it pretty easily. If you look at some of the stuff already on the video, you put it together pretty quick. All right, my friends, I'm gonna leave you guys on that. Let me know your thoughts on this episode down in the comments below. I'll see you guys next week for episode 2. Peace.